I'm Shucheng. I am really sorry that I couldn't join you guys synchronously due to time difference, but I'll be sharing the story of my virtual background through this video, and I hope that you guys will come to like this painting as much as I do. So if I were to present to you on Zoom, my virtual background would actually look like this due to unfortunate picture quality. I will be a part of this painting, but this fits perfectly to the theme that I'm going to talk about. This is the painting of Medea by Timamucus of Byzantium, showing her plotting her son's murder while they play.
You what?
Well, yes. Sitting there, holding a dagger in her lap, Medea is about to take revenge on her husband Jason for betraying her and leaving her to marry another woman, the princess of Corinth. But Timamucus, the painter, did not show us the bloody scene of her killing the sons, and instead put us a few frames before the actual action, precisely at the moment when she's still struggling with her consciousness, her identity as both the mother of her two sons and the betrayed wife who is about to bring Jason's doom, stripping away one of his identities as a father. What intrigues me is then the sense of perpetual indecision. We as spectators could foresee the deadly results through imagination and not only through observation. We anticipate and engage with the older son, here on the right, who looks up at us, perhaps feeling that maybe something is going wrong. And we almost feel pity for the younger son here, who is blissfully ignorant of his impending death, running in front of the door that will bring his death, the fatal event that takes place on the other side of the door, the side that we will never be able to see. So what will we be able to see? Let's zoom out. Here we are in the house of Jason, which is also scandalously known as the House of Fatal Loves. This house in Pompeii is a relatively small complex that was built out of parts of other nearby houses. Its painted decor is of the third style of Roman mural painting, which favors ornaments over illusion. But we will remain our focus on the painting of women in architectural interiors, specifically the painting of Medea, which we'll be able to analyze by only checking out the small cubicle E that I highlighted here at the western corner of the entire house. So why did we mention the house of Jason at all? Well, social distancing at this time allowed me to think a lot about how different it will be when we see a piece of art in or without its context. I introduced the house of Jason and its plan and layout so we could virtually experience how a spectator at the time would see these paintings in this house. Say all the doors are opened and we, as the little figure in this model, look through the succession of door frames and we could see a glimpse of Medea seated on the far back wall. Now we move closer to where this little guy is standing, and we see on either side of the wall Medea and her husband Jason on another painting in the triclinium next door. In this happy painting, Jason walks down the stairs all elegant, coming to claim his place in his palace, unknowing the narrative happening just on the other side of the wall. Medea plotting to kill his sons, an event that leads to his destruction. As we stand there looking onto the Medea painting and the Jason painting, both cut off by the wall from their full narrative context, we become an acting part, playing the force frame, negotiating the power of the dangerous wife who contemplates his husband's destruction, who struggles to break out of her assigned space, her assigned social frames, literally and figuratively, and struggles to break the gendered decorum. In this charged moment, the painter captures her female rage instead with a man's dagger, an overtly phallic symbol to show that, sure, Medea upsets expected moral conduct, but her disruption of the interior of the space where she supposedly belongs to gives her a quality of the opposite sex and proves to challenge the conventions that the architectural interior could be paired as only a metaphor for female space. Since in the visual arts, it is often the physical exterior aspects of the female that conveys her emotional and interior feelings. Such a room that was originally used for sleeping or for private, intimate hangouts provided a space for one to reflect the intensively misogynistic moral reform at the time of Augustus' reign, who categorized woman as simply prostitute, actress, freedwoman, and matron, and exacted legal punishments for their moral violations. There's so much more to share about the House of Jason, including the other two paintings beside the painting of Medea, whose protagonists share a similar type of the troubled or dangerous wife that is going to knock down the pillars of patriarchy. But today I want to share with you the illusion of painting in its original context. For what meaning can architecture reveal that contribute to our understanding of the subject? Perhaps our ancestors were studying this matter centuries and centuries ago.